Stranger Things just dropped a bomb, a brand new scene straight from season 5, not fan-made, not a leak, official footage showing Nancy Wheeler going full Rambo against not one, but a horde of Demogorgons with a flamethrower so insane, it'll melt your screen. And that's just the beginning. We also got the first official Lego set for season 5, and honestly, it's a spoiler minefield. Max's full post-coma look, and it's not what you think. Will with glowing white eyes, Vecna's back in his head. The Creel House destroyed with portals, clocks and secrets from the final episodes. This is not clickbait. This is everything Netflix didn't want you to see, yet. If you leave this video early, you'll miss the exact moment the Upside Down invades Hawkins, why Holly Wheeler is the new target, and the one detail that confirms a fan favorite dies. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We're this close to 40,000 subs. Help us get there before the trailer drops. Stay till the end. The last 10 seconds will break your brain. Just remember, it's totally possible that this might be the last Stranger Things video before the official trailer drops. So by the time you're watching this, has the trailer already come out? Because if everything goes as planned, it should be dropping on Wednesday, the 29th, right? So hang tight, because the moment it's out, I'll be doing a full trailer breakdown and analysis right here on the channel. If it doesn't release Wednesday, then expect it on Friday. Either way, we're super close. And now, let's jump straight into what's on screen. Because there's a brand new promotional piece that just came out this week, along with several others from the series, and honestly, it's revealing way too much, my friend. Yeah, this time, it's another Stranger Things commercial, specifically made for the Discover Card network. You probably remember the Target commercial, right? That one showed what looks like the beginning of the attack scenes at the Wheeler house, which might even include Ted's death, Mike's dad, Nancy's too, and now, we've got another commercial, and I'll say this right up front. There's about a 90% chance that the scenes we're seeing here are actually from the show itself, okay? Because Stranger Things has done this before. In past seasons, they've released brand commercials that mix real footage from the series with promo shots for the product they're advertising, and everything points to that happening again. That Target commercial, and with Ted, and the strange anomalies starting inside the house, that's almost definitely a real sequence from the series. And this Discover Card commercial even more so because it includes several scenes that, trust me, they wouldn't film just for a brand tie-in. Now several shots here, like Nancy on the phone and a few others, are clearly made just for the commercial. But then there are moments that definitely aren't. The level of special effects, editing, CGI, everything, there's no way they do that much work just for a brand ad. I'm telling you, there's no chance. So, let's break it down step by step. First, we've got Nancy talking on the phone with the Discover Card operator. She's inside her house, the Wheeler house. Up to this point, yeah, that's all just promotional stuff, but then things start to change. We see her putting away a radio, setting it carefully in place, and if you've been following Stranger Things closely, you already know that radios and communication are going to be huge this season. Then there's this shot of Nancy throwing a rope over her shoulder, like she's preparing for a trap or some kind of fight, something intense. Something really dangerous, and in this case, it might actually be a battle against Demogorgons. Then we move to another sequence, a training field. You can actually see them shooting at pumpkins, somewhere that looks like a junkyard or an open field near WSQK. And honestly, this might even be the same place where Eleven trains in the new season. We've already seen her spending a lot of time practicing her powers in a location like this, that dusty field, surrounded by wreckage. But, here's where it gets really awesome. We suddenly cut to Nancy and Jonathan in the Upside Down facing off against multiple Demogorgons. Not just one, okay? And they're using a flamethrower against them. It looks insane. A visually stunning scene that's clearly at the final season quality level. Even if some effects aren't fully polished yet. You can see Jonathan in the background trying to take cover, while Nancy unleashes fire on these creatures. Because look, in Season 1, the threat was just one Demogorgon. Season 2 had that shadow monster. Season 3 brought the giant mind flayer. Season 4 gave us Vecna. And now, it's Vecna plus every possible creature from the Upside Down. We're talking hordes of Demogorgons, Demodogs, and, God knows what else. And the only way to stop them seems to be with advanced military-style weapons like the flamethrower we see here. Which makes sense, because the military will be heavily involved this season, and they'll likely bring new tech to fight the Upside Down. We've already seen hints in other materials, like a tracker being placed on a Demogorgon, just like how scientists track sharks in the ocean. And other high-tech gear, like that weapon mounted on a car that emits sound waves to immobilize something. Yeah, that's also from one of the promo shots. So yeah, there's a lot going on, and aside from all that, the visuals, the color grading, the scale, everything looks absolutely stunning. It's honestly crazy how cinematic these promo shots already are. But now, leaving Nancy's scene behind, I want to move on to the main focus of this video. Something I've actually been holding off on for a whole week just so I could analyze it properly. I'm talking about the new Stranger Things Lego announcement, which, yes, is completely based on what we're going to see in the upcoming season. And this announcement, oh man, the reveal image alone gave away a lot. It's right here on your screen, my friend. It's been confirmed that this new Stranger Things Lego set will be the Creel House. The entire Creel House. We're talking 2,593 pieces. So you can already imagine what that means for the price tag, right? Yeah, it's going to be crazy expensive. Lego has never been cheap, but one thing's for sure. It's going to look incredible and highly detailed, because the preview images prove exactly that. According to official info, this Lego set will be released in January 2026, right after the final episode of the series drops at the end of the year, which also tells us something very important. There are spoilers in this. This set includes elements connected to all the major events from the final season, or at least most of them. Now, let's take a closer look at the official image that's been released. You can see the Creel House in its most updated version, just like how it appears in the show's timeline, completely damaged, broken down, and filled with little details. Right in the center, there's the grandfather clock, one of the most iconic symbols from Season 4. To the left of the clock, you can spot what clearly looks like a portal, probably one that leads directly to Vecna's dimension, the same one where Max was nearly killed last season. Behind that, there are other rooms in the house. We can't see all of them from this angle, but they'll definitely be there, full of little story clues and Easter eggs. But the most interesting part of all this is what's shown right in the front section, because that's where the character details start to reveal a lot. From left to right, the first thing you'll notice is the WSQK van, one of the main symbols of this new season. It's a huge part of the story, and of course, it had to be included here. This matches perfectly with the behind-the-scenes footage we saw last year. Those scenes filmed at the Creel House featuring Holly Wheeler wearing an Alice in Wonderland-style dress. That's one of the mindscapes she'll be pulled into during the season. A fantasy setting meant to trap her inside her own imagination. And then, there's Vecna, appearing in his new version, not the horrifying monster we saw before, but a more manipulative, deceptive version designed to lure kids in not through fear, but through desire. This version of Vecna tempts them by offering what they dream of, promising power, safety, and everything they've ever wanted. It's that twisted false trust that makes him even more dangerous this time. And if you look closely, you'll notice an important detail in Henry's hand, or rather Vecna's hand. There's a clock, once again reinforcing that same symbol that's haunted us since Season 4. But another little detail I want to point out is right next to them. The mailbox. Yeah, there's a brand new mailbox in front of the Creel House this season, and that's not something we've seen before. In the previous seasons, when the Creel House appeared, that mailbox didn't exist, and here's where it gets interesting. There are behind-the-scenes photos showing Holly Wheeler receiving gifts from Henry Creel near that same mailbox, taking things out of it, and interacting with it during filming. So this isn't just a random prop, it's clearly going to play a role in the story. And since it's also included in the Lego set, that basically confirms it's a key element connecting Henry and Holly's storylines. But then, moving to the side of that display, there's a huge and really exciting reveal. Yeah, you can see them right there, the little couple. I actually found a separate higher quality image where you can clearly identify Max and Lucas. That's right, Max is back, and take a look at her appearance. Her hair's longer and flowing, just like in some of those leaked images we saw earlier this year. This is Max's new look after waking up from the coma. Remember what I said earlier in the video, this Lego set won't be released until after the final episode airs, after the series officially ends. So this already reflects events after the finale, meaning this design is based on how Max looks at the end of the story. And that means, yep, this announcement just confirmed a major spoiler. Max survives. And she's fine, her eyes aren't white either. Now, sure, that could just be a Lego design detail, but it strongly suggests that she doesn't come back blind. So yeah, the old theory that Max would return without her vision doesn't hold up anymore. We already discussed that possibility before on the channel, but now we've got official confirmation through this set. Now, looking further up in that same image. I know the resolution isn't perfect, but you can make out who's there. Right above Max and Lucas, we've got Mike and Eleven. Eleven's got that same intense look we've seen across all the promo material. The same outfit, the same determined expression. Next to them, on the right, there's the main group, the ones who'll head into the Upside Down this season. We can see Steve, Robin, who by the way will be spending more time with Murray, but she's still part of this lineup. Then Dustin with his little radio, Nancy and Jonathan. It's basically the core team, the ones we've seen in all the trailers and leaks, the same group that'll be deeply involved in the final battle. And yes, that's the same Nancy we saw earlier in this very video, the one wielding the flamethrower. But then we get to the last two details, and these are the ones that drop another major clue, because once again, we're getting official promotional evidence of something we've already theorized for a long time, Vecna controlling Will. If you look at the Lego image closely, you'll see the little Will figure in the center, and he's the only one with completely white eyes. His face even looks darker, more twisted, almost like he's possessed. He's literally the only familiar character in the whole set designed that way, which basically confirms what we've been saying. Will Byers will be possessed again under Vecna's control. Remember those theories about Will possibly attacking his friends while being controlled by Vecna, completely unable to stop himself? Yeah, this just reinforces that even more. And speaking of Vecna, on the right side of the image, you can spot his Lego figure too. Obviously the details are simplified, but you can clearly see the large hand, the menacing shape, and that familiar terrifying design, all captured in miniature form. Next to him, there are a few more smaller elements, a bike behind the WSQK van and a small red car that's also expected to show up this season. And that's just from this image alone. Once fans actually get their hands on the Lego set, there will be tons of hidden details inside the house, new Easter eggs, new connections, and possibly more spoilers that haven't even been revealed yet. Unless Lego decides to release more official images before January, we'll only find out everything when it finally launches. And that's a wrap on today's mind-blowing Stranger Things breakdown. If this video just blew your Hawkins-loving mind, smash that like button, share it with every friend who's still theorizing in the group chat, and, most importantly, subscribe right now to join the ExplainVerse family. We're racing toward 40,000 subscribers before the trailer drops, and your sub could be the one that gets us there. Hit the bell so you never miss the next drop. Trust me, the trailer breakdown is coming hot. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being legends, and I'll see you in the Upside Down.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I breathe.